Hello listeners and welcome back. My name is Caroline and today we got a fun one for you. Today I interviewed my friend Bree to learn more about her family and her family dynamics. Without further ado, let's hand the mic off to Bree.
Hello listeners. My name's Bree. Sometimes I go by Brianna. Freshly 20 and loving it. You know, this has been a good year, 2024, off to a good start. I'm an advertising major, minoring in design, also loving that for the most part. But I just dilly-dally and browse Pinterest for fun.
So Bree, please tell the people, where did you grow up?
I grew up mainly in St. Charles, Missouri. I lived in Wisconsin a couple places until I was about 8 years old, and then we moved to Missouri. But I've been there ever since.
And how do you like Missouri?
You know, she's a place. It's not bad, but it's also not exciting. I appreciate it more now that I've seen San Francisco because it's much more peaceful there.
So what was it like growing up? In your area, in Missouri, in Wisconsin? Give us a little rundown.
I moved a little bit, but like while I was in Wisconsin, and it's kind of unfortunate I wasn't a military brat because it kind of felt like it was for nothing. But I will say St. Charles has kind of grown on me. It's, you know, regular stuff, cul-de-sac life, real chill, just old streets of St. Charles and whatever.
So you used to run the streets is what I'm hearing.
I used to run the streets.
And how was it like running the streets? What'd you do?
You know, the park, the good old wobble horse down the road. That's where I'd spend some of my time when I had to take my walks. Me and my brothers, just out and about when we had to be usually. But it's a pretty nice area. So there's 5 of us in total, including myself, my mom, my dad, and then I have 2 younger brothers. They are 16, almost 17, and 12. And their names are Jalen and Amari. Pre-college, me and my brothers are surprisingly close, especially I was closer with the 12-year-old before I moved, which was surprising because we have an 8-year gap. But I would say we're all generally pretty quiet, tame kids. Yeah, my parents, they would always go on and on about how, like, whenever I would complain, I would babysit sometimes, and I'd talk about how rowdy the kids are, and they'd be like, you guys just aren't normal. Like, that's a normal kid, so that's why you don't get it. But yeah, we're pretty close, pretty quiet. My brothers are super smart. I like to say that they're smarter than me, but I'm cooler than them, so it balances out.
Do you have a favorite in the family?
I would say Amari is probably my favorite. He's a Gemini. He's so funny. He's surprisingly funny. I need him to go to a really good school because I feel like if he messes this up and he doesn't go somewhere good, it'll feel like a waste of talent. I'm so serious. So he just took his second ACT and he's taking another one in March because he's still not cool with his score. He just got a 33 out of 36 on this most recent test. He said he wanted to take another one. I was like, hey, so you don't have to get all the points, you know? Like, you could stop whenever you want. And he said, are there not 36 points on the test? And I was like, hey, whatever you want to do, you got it. But yeah, he's going for a 3rd time. So honestly, feels like sky's the limit. I'd like him to go anywhere where the rich people stay, really. I'm trying to make connections. I half raised him, so I had better get something out of it, you know? This school is going to work for both of us.
So what do you miss the most about being home?
I guess just being able to talk to my family more. I mean, it's not like terrible because I'm chilling out here now, but I do have to like schedule when I get to really talk to my family because we all have like super different schedules and then the time difference, so I always have to keep that in mind. But yeah, I miss just like free flow conversations with my parents in real time.
If you could, would you change anything about your family?
Yes and no. They're not big things, but I think they just kind of are some things. I feel like we're not a super emotionally open family. My parents used to work nights and I was like thinking about it. I don't think we like cuddled when we were kids. And like it's weird now because as my parents get older, they're like a little more sentimental and emotional. So now they want to like hug us all the time, and I'm just like, we don't do this. And they want to have like deep life talks. I don't know if that's just like the transition of like going from a child to like an adult child, like your relationship changes. Cause I am their adult child now, so we have like different conversations. So I wish we just maybe would have made like emotional closeness a priority when we were younger.
Have there been any challenges that have come up with you being so far from home?
I wouldn't say like no regular challenges. Like I think I just had like the normal growing pains last year. Just like isolation, not being able to make friends super easily. Also because I am so far away, like I couldn't just go home when I needed a break. So I really had to like stick it out, which was good for me, but it was like the growing pains were real. That was probably the biggest challenge, just homesickness last year.
Any differences from last year to this year?
Oh, like a million. I'm having a way better time. Me and my roommates talk to each other all the time. I have friends that I do things with now. I don't really like miss home a lot. It's pretty much a complete 180 from last year.